Maryland Governor Wes Moore wants to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour and tie it to inflation. But the Democratic governor's measure has caused concern in the Democratic-controlled General Assembly as business owners have pushed back. Our political and government reporter Leonard N. Fleming interviewed Marylanders about their desire to see the wage tied to inflation. But Leonard, the governor's measure may have some challenges.
Yes, indeed. It looks like the new governor faces some serious hurdles. Legislators tell me that they want Governor Moore to be successful on his first big legislative agenda item, but they also want to be fiscally responsible to business owners, too. But many Marylanders want the wage increase tied to inflation.
Inflation is rising, and hopefully it will decrease, but even still, $15 an hour, if we weren't in a state of inflation, then that still, in my perspective, would not be enough.
That's why Jody Wadley of Prince George's County plans to pay her workers $17 an hour in the near future.
Turnover, in all actuality, to me, costs you more money than hiring someone at a certain rate.
She supports Governor Moore's push for a $15 minimum wage tied to inflation, but there's been some reticence in the Democratic-controlled General Assembly. Wadley says that's wrong.
I think that raising the minimum wage and excelling it is a good idea because if you really think about it, how many people in the Assembly live off of $12 an hour?
Moore made raising the minimum wage this year rather than in the future a key to his legislative agenda. C.T. Wilson, the House Economic Matters Chair, says there's consensus on getting a minimum wage bill passed, but there are concerns about tying it to inflation.
By attaching it to the CPI and indexing it, that kind of takes it away the responsibility that we were elected to do. And so that's some of the consternation that I've heard from my colleagues.
Wilson doesn't know how he'll vote yet, but
the job is not to make a bill fail. It's not to make his outlook and what he's trying to do fail. The job is to work with our governor and with the Senate to make sure we have something that is acceptable by the people.
Then they got to pay child care. They need aftercare. They need gas.
Dawn Harkless of Howard County now makes more than the minimum wage, but she knows so many others who struggle like she once did.
It does tie into inflation because as the prices of food go up, we have less and less money to do things with our children, to do things for our children.
Governor Moore is set to testify again, this time in the Senate committee handling the measure. He already testified before the House committee on its bill, but it's one that he's made a centerpiece of his legislative agenda. Democratic leaders promise, though, some compromise will be made. Reporting in the studio, Leonard N. Fleming, DC News Now, back to you.